So there was a time when I used to watch a lot of Jordan Peterson videos, and from those videos, I came to know about this particular renowned clinical psychologist, Carl Jung. Jordan Peterson used to talk a lot about Carl Jung, and Carl Jung is probably one of the most renowned clinical psychologists that there ever was in the history. And he introduced the idea of archetypes, and he also proposed this idea of incorporating one's shadow into their own personality. So I want to touch upon on this particular thing of incorporating the shadow side into the personality. What does it mean? Now, shadow side is a dark side of someone's personality which is present in every human being, like your dangerous side, your monstrous side, in which you are capable of getting angry, in which you are capable of being in a mode of destruction, and also your sexual sides. All these sides are there present in every human being. But what happens is most of us, or many of us, feel ashamed to address that particular sides that I just mentioned earlier. And those sides are altogether called the shadow side. So Carl Jung said that instead of trying to neglect, or instead of trying to hide those particular sides, those dangerous sides, those monstrous sides, those sexual aspects of our personality, we need to incorporate that into our personality so that we become more enriched in terms of the personality that we have, the personality that we show in the world. Now, I want to talk about the dangerous side of someone's personality and how to incorporate that. Now, I think the two main aspects or the two main skills that make someone dangerous are: number one, someone's ability to physically fight. This is number one side. If someone is capable of fighting in a physical confrontation, then that is something that makes that person dangerous. And the second thing, the second aspect is someone's ability to communicate clearly, or be so good in his ability to articulate that he can destroy the person in front in just verbally. He can destroy the person verbally without him needing to touch that person physically. So these two aspects are, I think, some qualities that make a person dangerous. If someone can be physically intimidating and have verbal command over other people, then these two particular qualities, if someone has any one of them, then also he becomes someone that is a formidable force. But if someone has both of them, then that person is truly a dangerous human being to reckon with. And those two aspects needs to be harnessed, needs to be uh, you know worked upon for someone to incorporate that. For someone to have that physical ability to be able to fight, he needs to be constantly putting in effort to make his body like a warrior, to make his mindset like a warrior, and also to have some quality in your verbal ability to be able to communicate clearly, to have the capability to argue in a particular situation with any given person. He needs to have his words in coherent manner. For that, one needs to have the education behind that. For that, one needs to have his language under control, and that also requires a lot of training, a lot of hard work. And when someone is able to do the both of the aspects, the physical side and also the verbal prowess, and he can combine all those two, then he has the ability to be truly dangerous. And once someone is dangerous like that and he goes out into the world, even though you may not be showing your full capability in terms of physicality or your verbal prowess or verbal command, people will be able to understand, or people will be able to see the dangerous aspect of you, even though you are not particularly showing it. Because that shadow side, when it is incorporated, you will not have to be showing it particularly, but that shadow will be something that will create an aura around you, and that shadow will be something that will be visible to people around you, even though you might not be intentionally trying to show it. So I think those two aspects that I just mentioned in this video make a person dangerous, and that particular dangerous side, or that shadow side, I think needs to be incorporated in every human being. If you do not want to be bullied, or if you want your ideas, your opinions valued in the world, you need to have that shadow side. And I think Jordan Peterson said in one of his videos that it is good to be a warrior in a garden rather than a gardener in a war. So what it means is, you need to have your capabilities ready, you need to have your swords ready for a war, and you need to go out into the world without knowing what kind of situation you might be facing. If it is a rosy garden like situation, then also it's good. But if it is a war like situation that you have to come across, you are already ready for it. And that preparedness comes only when you incorporate that shadow into your personality by being physically and verbally capable. I hope this particular video is helpful. I hope you gained some knowledge from this particular video, and I hope it helps.